I've made millions of dollars by paying off my house, and I like to call it the triple dip. What I've done is I've always tried to pay off my house as soon as possible. I use the word pay off your house. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of equity in their house. Could be as little as $50,000, could be $500,000, depending on the price of your house. You don't have to have it paid off to go get a home equity loan. I go get a HELOC loan against it, which is an interest-only loan once you pull the money out of your house. So if it's sitting there and you're not using it, it doesn't cost you anything. It's just a checkbook sitting there with a lot of money there that you can go get anytime you want. If you use your HELOC very strategically, it can make you a lot of money in a short period of time. If you've got equity in your house and you've got a plan and you've identified a piece of property that's undervalued and you've already got the money available, it's easy to close. People like knowing that you're going to be able to close a deal. And when you have that money just sitting there, when you pull it out, it doesn't cost you nothing to have a home equity loan as long as you're not using it. And when you do pull it, then the clock starts and it's interest only. Here's what you don't want to do. You do not want to take that money and buy anything that is not going to make you money. Because once you pull that money out, the interest starts. And if you aren't buying something that's cash flowing, you're going to get upside down and you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. So be very careful here. This is not for the faint of heart. You need to have a plan and stick to the plan. That's the procedure. Have a plan, stick to the plan. My plan is to loan the money to my other companies as a hard money loan. I'll loan it as a hard money loan, 10 to 12% interest, that is paying me. That company goes and has a deal already that we buy an undervalued piece of real estate that is cash flowing and is going to appreciate. They've identified a piece of property that's undervalued. We buy that piece of property. It's cash flowing in 6 months. Sometimes we got to keep a property a year to get it to add value. But once we do, the company goes back to the bank, borrows the money to pay back the hard money guy. Oh, it happens to be me. I get the money back. I give it back to the bank to pay off my home equity loan. I'm back to where exactly where I was. I got my money back, plus I made interest on that hard money. Oh, and by the way, I own 50%, 25% of a piece of property now. That's exactly what I do. I go loan the money. I'm getting a hard money loan. I'm being charged a small amount of interest from the HELOC people. I'm charging much more interest to my partners. They're happy because they have access to capital to go out and buy these pieces of property. We buy those pieces of property, add value to them, go back to the bank, get a loan, pay off the property. I get my money back. I put it back to where I got it. The interest stops. I paid it back. It's not costing me anything. But now I'm either a 50% partner, a 3rd% partner, a 25% partner in a piece of property that was bought probably 30% undervalued. We brought it up, it added value, raised the rates on whatever piece of property is, and now it's cash flowing. How can I lose? Once I take the money out of my HELOC and loan it to my company, I'm making money on a hard money loan. I'm making money on the cash flow from the property we bought, and I'm making money from the equity because we bought it undervalued in the first place, and it continues to rise 3 or 4% a year, right? Making money 3 different ways feels pretty good, and it's all because I paid off my house.